It's week 6 of the NFL.
Got Monday night, baby.
We'll see David Njoku. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Browns and the Ravens on Monday night.
Flower action.
We've all waited long enough to get here.
Played
It's time for some
possibly
football as we
Baltimore
welcome you to the NFL.
It was like Flowers.
wk6
Yeah, I think I did.
All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one.
Yeah,
Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you.
I remember.
As we get sent for a division rematch, Brock. One side taking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity?
Oh, wait, no, I played them already this year. That's what it was.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material.
I played them. Just keep going. Yeah. Trying to even up the series here. So we're dogfight so far. No surprise.
Justin Hopkins out,
Probably
ready
the
to send
toughest
this
division
away.
of football this
And
upcoming
we're
season.
off for Baltimore. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Let's see what we got.
So the Ravens
Day.
offense taking over
Lamar.
for the first time here.
This who's
And
really
they're brought
close
out
so
by
far.
someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrating for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone.
Match action.
That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
Slot receiver headed left. First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. Complete, Derrick
Henry back there.
And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line.
It's still
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallied to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground.
And
he'll get it up near the 38-yard line.
a gash on him. Jeez.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it
I'm
gives them the
expecting
first
to run
down.
there. Okay.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
All right.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route. And your
I thought
quarterback
this
enough time
was
to find
not
and
that.
hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson.
Man,
It isn't holding up.
got in
They're
on
able to drop him.
Lamar, baby. Is he
And that
hurt?
pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
I think he's okay. I've got Buzz Mabel here. Spy.
From the gun, Jackson.
Got him.
Nowhere to go with
Ball,
it.
baby.
Throws it away.
Up the rock.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week,
Love
no matter
that.
where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
He's got it at the 24.
Oh,
He gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the
okay.
return.
And play offense with Stewart.
Here are the Browns now, headed out for their first
He's
drive.
pretty good this
They'll
year.
be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
Okay, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the
Stockton,
World
someone's
Series
coming
great
up
pitcher
there.
Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage.
Take 11.
Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to
Take
tell
11 for
yourself
sure
you'll
to
be
start
just
off.
fine. And these
Look at
rookie
this.
QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Increase two.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Smith, that's right.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative
they came
of
up
it.
the
Here's
same
the key,
year.
though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. And
oh, come on, man.
All the space in the world. Bronchi got
can't do that to me.
And he just looked away before... A big missed opportunity.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. And that's a win for the pass.
Who's that mug job?
Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The pressure for that. Play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been... He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
It's not. 13. Middle. Hey, report.
The drive begins with Henry. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he got it real.
I guess you gotta say
close.
Flowers, not the
Just
under
about a
half.
yard or
That's
so
the
shy of
annoying
that
part about
first down.
CPU, man.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Has a hole left, room to run. Inside the 45.
Gosh, dude.
At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. To return to Rome Ford. Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
To throw it on first down. Connects with Johnson. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. This one goes off right tackle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
A tight end in motion now. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff.
That's what we wanted right there.
On the pickup. And that gives the Browns a first.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down from the red zone. And now he's going to
give me the touchdown, dude.
After a nice game.
The flipping pylon for crying out loud.
Hang on. We've got a challenge flag out there. The Browns disagreeing with that last call. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the beat down or not.
Dude, that's a touchdown, bro.
I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got...
It's stupid.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns reach pay dirt for the first time this game. PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Has this at the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. The tight end going in motion right. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He's going deep. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. He finds 30.
He got schooled.
On the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 42-yard line.
Man in motion here. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again.
Go Garrett. Love
we
it.
have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did, an injured Brown, and they're tending to him now.
Not good.
Jackson now, 3rd and long.
Got him. Denzel Ward, baby. Oh, yeah.
Denzel Ward makes
got
the
heat.
play.
We got heat on Lamar.
And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Yeah.
Well, nickel has
Where's
really
the crew?
become the base defense for
Where's the
so
crew?
many teams in the league.
Elbow
The
sprain.
passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives
What we love to
defenses a lot
do
more speed on the back end to
is
step
let's
in
go
front
up
of
top
passes,
here.
just like
This
that.
playbook's been so long. Here we go. Get across. Let's see.
It's a new set of downs for him at
Matthew
the
Johnson
32.
and Judy. Let's see the safety. Let's see what this backside safety has. Come out the post over the top. Otherwise, we'll see.
Play action on 1st down.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Let's see that again really quick. I was waiting, and then I was like, nope. How about the sneak it behind there, but I should have just taken the check down.
That
I
is
wanted
a
to check down. I had too much
pressure.
pressure from it.
Pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain
Good
here, but
catch.
short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2 yards here. Come on. 5 on 4. Let's go.
The handoff on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
And he's
Get
going
up
to
in
get
there.
this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
There we go, Judkins. Good job.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night.
Got that one play. Lamar. Dang. That was a really good start to the game. Let's try this. Oh, this could work. The Joku, baby.
Browns in control of it.
Cover 3 probably.
They're looking at
Hopefully
first
cover
down
1
here.
with blitzing.
Throwing off the play fake here. Finds a man right side.
Okay, it's fine.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there.
Take
the
it.
rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
33.
He drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun now on 3rd down.
There we go.
He has the
Take
first
it.
over the middle. And he'll pick
We'll
up
check
enough to
down
move the
action.
chains.
I'll quick hitter on you.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when.
Touches,
Just
that's what I'm
find
talking
unique
about.
ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside.
Take it.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the
So,
ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 38. That's complete, David Njoku. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 17. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Ravens will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
He doesn't have the arm to throw on the run like that. The play was wide open. If he didn't bump right there, I had the flat. And he has him, actually. He's still just behind.
Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
This is Henry on 2nd.
Oh my gosh. I missed it.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Henry on the option. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Lamar now from the gun. Connects with Bateman. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now Jackson off the play action. Henry on the catch.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, or running back in the flat.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now here's Lamar. Complete beyond the marker. They'll have 1st and goal to go now. On the previous play.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Escapes. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From the gun, Jackson bails out of the pocket quick. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. On the move, headed right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Ready?
4th and goal, tie game.
What is it?
He gets a look up the middle. And he gets in, touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Lamar out of the pistol. He's got Andrews. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Pulled in at the 20. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So we've reached halftime here in Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. They'll run here on 1st down. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Throwing on 3rd and long.
What the hell, dude?
The defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Oh my gosh.
Up to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 46 on his first punt, so this one's pushing a little more distance. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st down, here's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Completes this one to Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of
right into the blitz. Damn it.
35 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Lamar off to play fake. He's on the move.
What the hell?
He's running with it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Why would it select
It's a
much?
gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Running back sent in motion left. First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
I love throwing that first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and goal, they'll try an option to the left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Oh my god, 2 lifts on the dude. 14 points cost 10 points from there, 7 4.
Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right
Nice
side.
job. Overthrows the
And
crap
that's
out of it.
incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
2nd and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
They'll throw it again. Caught by the open man. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Throwing now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown.
All right, guys.
On his Hopkins for the extra point.
It's got to get aggressive.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Browns 14. Justin Hopkins.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Baltimore running its offense out now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Thank God.
That's incomplete left side.
Holy smokes, that's the Saints play they have. Easter run. Oh, gosh.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Jackson now on third. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Lamar now from the gun. Finding Flowers. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Yes.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Now Jackson on third down. He has the first over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33.
Third down conversion. Only third down conversion we're going to get
They'll
here.
move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Hey, report.
They've got a man in motion. Now Jackson off the play action. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit on here.
Play fake, Jackson. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Flushed out of the pocket. That's going to be an incomplete pass.
Drop it, McKitty. Come on, dude.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action here. An all-around tough play.
Gosh,
took a shot on the release, and it definitely...
Ugly, ugly.
It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He finds Johnson. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th.
There, blitz. Had him max protected. Waited. Delivered.
Johnson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
All right, defense, let's go.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, report.
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's
every time I
got
start
a
getting
huge
close, I
gain
just
and a first
block
down.
on something stupid.
They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Alpha, tonight.
Running once more with Henry. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention.
Wanna quit?
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson.
Dude, you gonna give up that shit, Emerson? Peace.
And they will take this into the
Burned
end
twice.
zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Joke.
The Ravens go up by 2 scores.
That crap, dude. Joke. Piss poor. It's Hopkins was like slow as hell.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Second and 8. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Defense getting in on the farm block with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast, but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Here's Ford on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess in the middle of the go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
First and 10, looking to throw. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
Well, every once in a while...
Oh my gosh. Touchdown, dude.
A play that loses a yard or two. But losing that much
Yeah,
on a
I definitely
completion,
played
there
that
is some
fine.
kind of malfunction with the offense. They'd have been better off abandoning that play. Heck, you might as well punt it.
Here we go, second and very long. Pocket isn't holding
Yeah.
up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys got to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, here's Lamar. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Baltimore Ravens.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Second and goal. He's headed right on the option. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 26-yard line.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And the last time we saw him, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's trying another one deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Setting up a throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. He'll throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on fourth down and pick up the first. Looking for a throw here. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here's the give on third and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They go play action on first.
Oh my gosh.
Great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. They're working quickly here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. They send a man in motion. Throwing now on first down. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Browns hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Back now, pressure on its way. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And now it's 3rd and short.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Chased out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. The Browns keeping the offense out on the football field. They want 2 here. He's throwing for it. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Report.
Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Flying down the middle with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 53-yard.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked!
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. To the air now on 1st and 10. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
2nd and 10 now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Look at that time for Deontay Johnson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will...
And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners, as we say so long from Baltimore.